When I was there today, it was quiet and silent. And then shortly after I was there, the big Rolls-Royce arrives with King Charles in it. The crowd start to cheer. He and Camilla went out and spent, it seemed to me, quite a long time with the crowds. Can you assess now, is it a strange mixture of mourning with a bit of celebration, or is the sadness still the overwhelming feeling?
I think it's all of the above, Nigel. Of course, I think people were fundamentally shocked by the rapid deterioration of Queen Elizabeth II, and then, of course, just a few hours after we got word that doctors were concerned, that confirmation that the Queen had died, because of course we had known about her mobility issues, but people, I think, probably thought, quite understandably, given that her mother had lived to 101 years of age, that the Queen would be with us for a fair while longer, and then suddenly to get this devastating news, you can understand why people were coming here, and they were initially, and still are, of course, shocked and processing that, and processing, of course, what the Queen meant to them as well. But amongst that, as you said, the arrival of King Charles and his Queen Consort here, signifying really renewal and continuity of the monarchy. And he did what he does so well, which is, of course, to get out of that vehicle and to do the royal walkabout. The royal walkabout that his mother did so well, of course, with the Duke of Edinburgh for many, many years throughout her reign. That ability just to engage with ordinary members of the public, to walk along the lines and to meet and to greet and to, yes, of course, ask if you've come far. But on this occasion, actually, people were just desperate to hold his hand and to express their sorrow, their admiration, and to wish him luck for the very, very big job that he now takes on as the monarch. And through the line as he went down, there was one woman that actually grabbed him, Nigel, and gave him a peck on the cheek. Was a bit of a surprise. Another woman kissed his hand, but he was very relaxed throughout, as was, of course, the Queen Consort Camilla, who was working the public line on the other side. They met up, had a look at some of the flowers that were raised, and then it was into Buckingham Palace to begin, of course, the business of state, the business that his mother did day in, day out, all of the red boxes that have to be looked over and signed. His first meeting with our new Prime Minister, just fresh into the job as he is now as well, that first audience with Liz Truss, which will become, of course, a weekly audience with his Prime Minister, and of course those audiences he has with Prime Ministers elsewhere in the realm as well. So a big job ahead for King Charles III, and tomorrow, of course, we look forward to the accession ceremony, which is taking place at St James's Palace, just 100 metres at most along the road, and that accession ceremony begins about 10 in the morning. Then there will be, of course, the formal proclamation of King Charles as the monarch around about 11 o'clock, and again, breaking with tradition, this solemn ceremony, which is often has been up until now so very private, for the first time television cameras being allowed in as King Charles breaks with tradition and allows this very private, this very solemn ceremony to be seen by people here and, of course, around the world, Nigel.